And the AC is still not running. Why is it not running? Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Glad you could join me today. Today we're back on this 2004 Dodge Ram 3500 with the AC problem. If you remember, the AC wasn't working because the evaporator temperature sensor was telling the HVAC module that the evaporator is at 42 degrees when that is not the case. So what we have done, and Chrysler in their infinite wisdom has decided to go ahead and discontinue that temperature sensor without really giving us a fix for it. So what I've figured out some guys are doing online is they're taking the 2006 and newer style temperature sensor and they're cutting a little hole in the box and putting that temperature sensor in there. Well, we're gonna attempt to do that today, but before we go and do the cutting into the box thing, I'm gonna go ahead and hook up to that sensor and we're gonna see if this thing works. So I don't want to cut everything apart if this one's not going to fix the problem. So I've rigged up this little thing here, and we're going to check and see if that will cause this thing or allow this thing to run. Now I'm gonna set you guys aside here a little bit, and then we'll get that thing unplugged there and we'll hook that in and see if this will cause the AC, or the AC should run. It's not going to tell the temperature, give the accurate temperature, but it should allow it to run. So I'll be right back. All right, we've got our scan tool on. We've got the wire hooked up over there to the, I'll show you how I did that on the HVAC sensor. We're gonna come in here on our scan tool and we're just gonna see what our temperature's reading currently. Automatic selection, read. Please read. Okay. We don't want to test the ABS module anyway. Alright, diagnostics, control unit. Maybe. No. Body. HVAC. All right, live data. So before we were reading 42 degrees. Let's see what we're reading now. Evaporative temperature sensor is at 0.73. Voltage. Okay, this one temperature. Okay, 100 degrees. Well, that's off a little bit, but it might work. It's off by about 30 degrees. Let's go ahead and test this thing and see if it'll work. Starting the engine. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. And the AC is still not running. Why is it not running? different problems here. This is not good. For some reason it is still going to have to diagnose this thing a little further then. We might have several problems. Okay, I will do a little more checking. Well guys, I'm back. This is one of those times when I'm pretty embarrassed. I misdiagnosed this thing originally. I don't know, I focused in on one thing and that was not the right thing. So I'm going to show you what I've done a little bit off camera. We've got, so I hooked all of that back up again in the evaporator temperature sensor. And for some reason, it's reading correctly now. As you can see, it's 80 degrees. So if we come in here, we've got the AC switch is open. I'm not 100%. However, what I have figured out, if we go into powertrain control module, and why they don't put everything in one module where I can read everything from the one module, I have no clue. But Chrysler, that's the only thing I know. Loading. Okay, so live data here in the PCM, we can see, man, this thing's slow. All right, so we can see here that in the AC, we have the high side pressure is 78.47 pounds, which my machine was showing 80 pounds. So, I mean, it's off by 1.5 pounds. That's correct. Now, if we all come on down here, desired AC clutch relay is on. Okay, so I have verified through this. I put in this relay adapter so I can test it. And if we look on 85 and 86, we should be getting voltage with the AC request on. And I have 14.5 volts. I'll try to show you this. I'm not sure if I can. Try to get you guys here. I've got several meters set up here because, you know. Come on. Come on. Okay, so 14.5 volts. Now, if we come on the other side, put the power, the negative is there. We have voltage going out as well. Okay, so once you understand how a relay works, you have the coil, which is the coil that's activating the relay. Yeah. never mind. Hang on. I might have, you know what? I might have a issue. I did not think of this. Okay, so I had voltage on 30 and 87A. This relay is not engaging. Do we have a bad relay? Okay, so if you look at this diagram here, when you apply power and ground to 85 and 86, that should pull the contact in this relay to transfer power from 30 to 87. So when the relay is not activated, we have power between 30 and 87A. And what I was testing here is 30 and 87A, I have voltage. I should have voltage at 30 and 87. We might have an issue of a bad relay. Wow. Man, I'm really embarrassed now. Okay, let's find a relay that we're not using. Fog lamp relay, 62. This here. Yeah, 61 is 61 would be here. This is 62. That's fog lamp. There. Are you serious? There goes our read. Wow. 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 I heard that AC kick in. Yeah, we've got AC now. She's a smoker. Don't know if you can pick that up on camera. Okay, yeah, it's cold now. Let's go back here to oh yeah, okay. High side pressure is up to 162 pounds now. I don't know, is it my scan tool or is it Chrysler? But this thing updates very slowly. Live data. Yeah, it's cooling the evaporator down to 34 degrees. It's disengaged the compressor, allowing the evaporator to, yep, there it kicks it back in. Folks, this is definitely my fault. I've just wasted about 2 hours of my time. There's 2 hours here I can't charge for because I can't charge for that new part that I bought, which, I mean, I can return that part. That's not that big of a deal. But this relay is bad. If I would have done this to begin with, and if I would have checked the system. So what I had done is I hooked the meter in line, and I figured out that I'm not even getting power down to the clutch. Ah, man. Okay, well, I just got to own up to it. I screwed up. So how I figured it out is that I wasn't getting power down to the clutch. Well, I came up here and checked the fuse, which I should have done the other day. Gonna admit to that just right away. I checked the fuse. Then I installed this adapter here so I can test the relay. And I checked 85 and 86. I'm getting power to the relay. Well, then I came over here and I had in my head incorrectly the 2 posts that I was checking. If I would have checked this earlier, I mean, it is what it is, but if I would have checked this earlier and checked my numbers here, I would have known that I'm not getting, the relay is not actually activating. So this drawing is, yeah. I mean, this is, I figured out the problem. The problem is that I misdiagnosed it, and I hate misdiagnosing the system. Wow. Okay, well, I mean, there's nothing to do but get a new relay and put that in there. That'll fix our problem. The AC system was low in Freon, so that's not a waste. But my whole thing with the evaporator temperature sensor wasted time. I laser focused on that thing reading 42 degrees, and I don't know why that was reading 42 degrees the other day. No, I mean, the AC never kicked in. Unless by charging the system, the evaporator had cooled down by some chance. I don't know. But either way, that's possibly what happened. Whenever I charged the system with Freon, it obviously flowed Freon through the system, so then it may have, by doing that, it might have actually cooled down the evaporator. So either way, I got laser focused on the fact that that thing was not reading what I thought it should have been reading, and I got laser focused on that and did not check the rest of the system. If I would have checked the rest of the system, I would have maybe found it, but it's neither here nor there. It's the day, it's life, I guess. I hate being wrong, but it's the way it is. I also need to admit when I'm wrong. So I was wrong. We're gonna get a new relay, put the new relay in there, and this system's gonna be good to go. It honestly, it is better for me. It's better for the customer, but I just lost several hours that I can't bill for. Oh well, nobody's fault but my own. So yeah. I hope you guys found this maybe entertaining, or at the very least educational. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still kind of frustrated that I went down that path like that rabbit hole. So yeah, okay, well, lesson learned. Another lesson learned. I'll probably do it again sometime, and I'll have to learn my lesson over again. But either way, it's life. We're human. We're gonna make mistakes. It's part of it. So yeah, we're gonna get him a new relay. The relay is cheap, easy to replace. So we're gonna get a new relay, put it in here. This system's gonna work. It cools. We're good to go. And actually, why don't I put this fog lamp relay into the AC system, and we'll just go ahead and verify with a temperature gun that we are actually cooling correctly. So I'll get that and we'll be back. All right, well, we put a new relay in there. We're sitting outside of the shop here, and it's making nice and cold, and our gauge is, I'm sure you can't hardly see it, but it's down to 48, 46, and it's still dropping. So for sitting here idling like this, that's not too bad. I'll with it. So again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. Until the next time.